Hey, Pickle in Alabama.
Hey, man. Hey, buddy.
Hey, buddy.
Hey, have you ever thought if someone says you have two idiots that work in your studio, who do you think of? I mean, obviously you think of Vito and Chris Stanley, right?
Yeah, I mean, I do. Even though Earl's probably dumber than the both of them.
Oh, no, Earl is awesome, man. Everybody loves Earl. But have you ever thought about getting two professional people to replace Chris and Vito to see how your whole thing would run?
Well, my life would obviously be better, but it would be different. And who likes different?
Change is weird, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I throw out there.
But
Who wants
now,
to
I want
change?
you to be honest, Pickle. Let's suppose I had a Sophie's Choice. I guess it would be the opposite of Sophie's Choice, because either choice is good. Which one of these would you get rid of? Vito or Chris? What would you think, Pickle?
Oh, my God. Chris Stanley's such a dickhead, but Vito's so dumb. So, you know...
Wait, why should I be fired for being a dick?
Because nobody likes you, man. I just wish that there was someone in there that's nice that gets along with everybody.
It's a good point. I am
You
abrasive.
have a fight going with everybody. So who is it, Pickle? Do we get rid of Chris or Vito?
I'm going to say get rid of Chris. Vito's actually trying to do something better in his life. So get rid of Chris. Bring in somebody that's professional and does everything by the book.
Okay.
All right, that would be great.
Sounds like a real nerd coming in here, Ron.
Well, that's what we're looking at now. Earl, for you, which one would you get rid of?
Wow, this is a tough one because frankly, I like them both. They're very good. They're good dudes.
Hey,
but I
you're
would have
making
to,
some great radio right now. Earl.
if I had to get rid of one, I would probably go Chris.
That's so fucked up. We've known each other for fucking a decade, Earl, you prick.
12 years.
Why? What makes Vito so much better than me?
Like I said, he's actually he's making strides. He's improving himself. He's stepped up.
What the fuck has he stepped up to? His weight loss? Maybe personal fucking goals?
If you remember, Chris, you
Yeah.
kind of kicked fucking him out of here. You were very mean to Earl in the final days.
That's 100% true. I was we got into it. He was my Vito at the time.
And at the time, you were kind of sticking up with Dogsy, right?
Yeah.
You were sticking up for Dogsy.
Yeah.
But then, even when those two weren't involved, and that was the first time I ever saw you get angry with Earl. I was like,
Yeah, I got real angry.
because I always thought you was the shy kid, the shy, hardworking kid.
Well, he pushed me too far, Ron.
Do you remember what you pushed him about?
I have no recollection of this.
I remember that he said that you did zero work. That was the fight.
Yeah, I was like, I'm in here all fucking night. I'm
You're
an
doing
intern.
all your fucking work.
You fucking prick.
Remember that?
Not at all.
I remember it.
Earl, it'd be easy enough for us to go back and find it.
I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm just saying I don't remember it.
You black these things out?
He just
There's a lot of things I black out.
You don't even drink.
Why?
What the fuck are you doing that you're constantly trying to forget? What a terrible thing.
Why don't you try to learn from your mistakes rather than fucking push them into the abyss?
Yeah, man. Look, we had our problems. It's somewhat better now.
I mean, I was the one who actually. I remember when he came in for the internship. One person did not want to hire you, and I was the one who said this kid because he ran.
Who
here.
didn't want to hire?
Dave. Dave didn't want to hire.
I heard the
him.
exact opposite story from Dave, that you wanted to hire this chick that came in, and that Dave wanted to hire me and not you.
As an intern or as a thing?
This is my
It was an
internship.
intern. I remember his exact line was, "This kid is a disaster," and I said,
"That's mean."
And I I remember you came in like literally at the deadline. You ran there. You were all sweaty, and I said, "This kid is hustling to do this. He wants to be here."
And then, you asshole, you didn't even tell me I had the internship until the day before. And then he tells me to come in, and it's on Martin Luther King Jr. Day when there wasn't a show. That's how he fucking handled the
we got
hiring
off
of the
that day.
Yeah.
And only the black guy didn't know it?
Yeah. Yeah, come in Monday. I'm here.
So
wait,
if you're
no one
saying
else
all
is.
these things, how you got an eye on him, why did you pick fucking Vito over him, Earl? Before the pandemic hits.
It's going to wipe us all out, dude.
Again, maybe it's just like repressed memories about how bad things ended. I don't know.
So that's spite, Ron. He's not thinking of the good of the show. He's thinking of spite.
Chris also he's talking this shit about Earl, and Chris fucked up and forgot to tell me about 2 different days off when I was an intern too. I came in here on President's Day, and
This is about me and Earl, not you. You have nothing to do with this
No,
right
it's
now.
good to hear how often, because you don't know the calendar, dude.
It's.
You have a calendar problem.
I've gotten better, but over the
No,
years, it's not
you
been
haven't.
good.
I came in here, and it was back when they on days off they put metal detectors downstairs, and it was a hassle to get in here, and all the lights in Sirius XM were off. But I came
Dude,
in
I've
here
come in
to-
here during the weekends. I've never had to go through a metal detector.
It was like back when they had the old lobby.
Before the renovation.
Yeah, before the renovations, if you came in on a day that most of the people had off, they had a metal detector. They only had 1 security guard on staff. And then when you came upstairs, they would even turn the lights off.
Oh, I'm sorry you had to come into a dark room. You're coming from the west side. It's not the fucking end of the world.
I'm just saying, you can't talk shit about my boy Earl who has my back when you do this stuff.
You're only saying that because
Two
you just said
interns
that.
picked him today.
Yeah.
And obviously Vito picks himself. Earl picks
And
himself.
Pickle picked me.
Who picked you? Pickle?
Pickle from Alabama
Yeah,
who
he
called
did
in.
pick you.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe if you remembered him, he would have picked you.
He is not happy with me.
He's fucking laying you to waste today, bro. It's
Look.
not your day.
I felt like it was my day. It turns out it isn't.
Well, only the helicopter pilot has had a worse fucking day in Midtown today than you.
How my ass tastes, Chris?
I'm not eating your ass. Figuratively or literally.
Robert in Kentucky.
Yeah, hey guys. I was listening to you guys talk about the helicopter wreck earlier, and the pilot did die.
Yeah, we were saying that on television. We're now looking. Maybe I said we're 2 blocks away, but if you look at those 2 blocks, like we're less than 1,000 yards.
Yeah, it's
from
really
that.
close.
And we didn't even walk over and look out the window. Hey, what's up, G?
Hey, how's it going?
A lot of people were talking about picking between Chris and Vito.
Wow.
And it was just a giant amount of people picking Vito.
People seem to think I'm abrasive, and these other
Really?
people are dickhead.
Interesting. Well, I mean, you do come off abrasive.
I do, but I love my heart,
I was just telling them, like, when we went over and saw how close that was, we were fucked. And I'm like, why didn't we send somebody over to the side of the building?
I know. We should have done that.
Well,
But look at how the visibility. Now, this is really crazy. This is just before I went to go pump. I took this picture of the
Yeah.
building. And then just now I walked by it. And the fog is getting thicker and thicker.
a
which
fog
is-
might be
yeah.
smoke.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Well, that's how close we were to the hard landing
Yeah.
of the helicopter. Chris, you wanted to take one more break?
One more.
And then we'll come back and take it to the limit like the Eagles. And when I say that, I mean the Philadelphia Eagles. Bennington. Bennington show. This was sent to me, Chris, about the big fight.
Yes.
And I'm trying to see who sent it so I can mention their name.
They deserve the credit.
Yeah, they do deserve the credit. But they said the reason why you were so furious is that Earl got a raise from XM.
Oh,
And
fuck.
You found
That's-
out about it
And then I lost it.
and you screamed.
Now, why would you take that as a slight against you? Why not just be happy for the person who got a raise and go, oh, I too would like a raise at some point soon?
Well, I was angry because of the lack of work Earl did for the show. at the
And
time.
back then it wasn't like Sirius XM, so the executive producer of the show, right? And they've always made it so like that they always try to keep us away from like talent and producers,
Right.
just away from each other to divide and conquer. But back then, they would say to the executive producer, here's the amount of money the producers get, the show gets, and it's up to you the way you divide it up. And Earl gave himself a 100% raise,
Yeah.
and the other guys got nothing.
And I kind of lost it a little bit. And
Wow,
then,
I didn't know like that's how it works.
freaked out on him.
And again, I have zero recollection of how this worked out.
You're
I was
lying?
literally just told by superiors, oh, by the way, and, oh, you're gonna get a, and they didn't, and then they told those guys, and then they lost it.
Yeah,
Like
as we should have.
after being told, oh, we're not gonna tell anybody.
Because you were just
Right.
Oh, right. You
So
said it's in
a minute
secret.
ago, you blacked out. You didn't know how the fight happened, and now you remember that they promised you they wouldn't tell them.
No, I specifically remember them telling me, it's like, oh, can you just keep this amongst ourselves? And somehow it got out that I got a raise, and everybody lost it.
But you was it your call? Who got a raise?
Not at all. Not that I can remember.
Then why wouldn't they want you to tell the other guys?
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, like, if I had a chance to give those guys a raise, of course I would give them a raise.
Earl, you spent your nights watching the Yes Network and making phone calls on our phone bank at XM. I mean, that's what you did.
And he
I
had
don't
a
even
place
think
for
the
ginger
Yes
ale and
Network was
crackers.
even on then.
You have a stomach ache?
Yeah.
You were watching baseball
the
and
time.
doing nothing. And so I kind of lost it when I heard you got a raise for doing nothing,
Giant raise.
and a giant raise for watching baseball and sipping on fucking.
It was a
ginger
raise
ale.
big enough to make 3 people happy. Why wouldn't it be a giant raise when he kept it all for himself?
I mean, yeah, that makes one person happy, sure.
Very
One person,
happy.
I mean, it
You
gives a-
guys all could have been a little happy, but then he was very happy.
Yeah.
See how that works?
yeah, yeah. Works to make a man angry. Works to make a man snap.
I don't know whether you guys noticed this last night, the Tony Awards, but our friend Norris was on the red carpet yelling stuff
I
out.
could not believe that.
And she was trying to get Anna, what's the famous...
Wintour.
Yeah, she's like, Anna, come give some love to whatever this thing was. And Anna didn't even turn her fucking head to look at her.
She wanted some love from Makers, I think.
Eric in Virginia. Eric, what's up?
Hey, buddies.
Hey.
Big ass card holder. So, it's not entirely correct because I remember Dave got a raise too, but Dave didn't know he got a raise because he never checked his email. So then Elo called into the show and basically called Dave a dumbass because Dave was also getting a raise, but he was just too stupid to know it.
I forgot that Eric Logan was the boss then. So everybody got a raise but Chris.
I might have been an intern at the time, and I was like wanting to get hired. And that must made me go even crazier.
Maybe.
That was like a weird, or I might have just been hired or something. I only know I was very angry that Earl was getting a raise, and I saw what he was
Did you
doing.
go out to the Eric Logan dinner when he took us out to dinner?
I did not.
So you probably weren't an employee then. And then Eric asked Earl a question at dinner. Now, Earl had mashed potatoes as his entree, and then a side of, what was it, Earl? A baked potato? It was very
It's
starchy.
a double
I did-
potato dinner.
And Eric Logan asked him a question, and Earl fainted.
Oh my God.
Yeah, that was the beginning of my equilibrium problems.
Trick.
No, wait,
but
I'm
it was
not.
brought on by just a question.
No,
Just having
no,
the
it was
spotlight on
just-
him for a moment.
This would make Earl faint. Earl, are you handling your responsibilities? And he would pass out.
So you fainted right into the mashed potatoes right
Yeah.
there at the table. God.
No, I was having problems with equilibrium. It was
All
causing
right,
me to faint.
Send
What
the
am I supposed to
interns
do?
in.
Maybe too many potatoes was
Yeah.
the cause.
Well, you said no kind of anything else would hurt your belly, right?
Yes, because I was at that time I was only a few years removed from the ulcers, so I had to.
He would
I was on
only
a
eat
diet.
white food, believe it or not. And
Wow.
if it was white, yes, white
Dressed
bread.
in black
I had
and
to
Yeah.
eating
eat
white
bland
food.
food.
Yeah. The white food is the only way on a winter's day in the rain. But I had never seen anybody pass out at a meeting before.
Fucking crazy.
Were you guys alarmed, or you guys were like, this
No, we
is,
were cracking up. We were cracking up and literally trying not to bring any attention to it. We were just looking over and smiling. Tommy in Brooklyn.
Chris, you were an intern? You have zero rights. It sounds to me like you were an angry alcoholic back then, too.
I was, but I was still fucking working a lot, and I was an intern, and I would like to have gotten hired. And
Here's
then I
what
hear-
happened back then. an intern was somebody who just wanted to hang out. You know, you didn't have to go through a school or whatever.
Right.
And Vito, send our interns in here. And you hung around for how long before they hired you?
20 months.
20 months.
I don't think I ever even got credit for the internship.
No.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
There wasn't anybody that was in charge of the interns.
Yeah.
But most of the time you stayed in the other room. You didn't come in with us.
I was in the booth. Yeah, I was in the
Yeah.
booth the entire time in the office.
And then you would also bring me bootleg DVDs.
Yes, I thought you
which
would like
couldn't be
those.
watched.
They
were so bad.
Most
They-
were pretty bad.
Yeah. I don't know why you gave them to me.
I thought you liked to watch a movie
All
every
right,
now
so
and
you
then.
guys heard some of this. Earl was asked at a meeting about his responsibilities, and he fainted. And another time you fainted right as soon as the show started. Remember that, Earl?
Yeah, I remember I walked in, I said something to both you and Fez, and I remember walking out, and the next thing I know, I'm like staring
He
at the light.
passed out in the doorway with the door shut on his head and his body sticking in. And we started the fucking show laughing so hard. And Earl, after that, if Dave fucking sprayed Febreze, you would pass out.
Yes, again, this was an ongoing a medical condition, an actual medical condition I had.
And you're no longer a fainter? When's the last time you fainted?
That was, I remember I had two CAT scans. They found some type of blockage. I was on antibiotics they put me on antibiotics for 10 days.
This is the first time I'm hearing it. There
You
was
had fucking
blockage
brain rot.
where? Your brain?
I had a-
They
I had
don't
a
fucking
nasal-
clear that up with antibiotics, dude.
I had I had a nasal blockage. They put me on antibiotics for 10 days. I took it for 9. I got sick as a dog.
up.
You
in the
weren't
brain.
fainting because you were fucking a stuffy nose. You're making shit
I'm
up.
not making. I will show you the medical reports. I had two CAT scans.
Okay.
Bring him in.
Yeah, let's see that shit.
Why are you mad? You got caught in a lie, Earl?
Why am I going to lie about that?
I don't know.
Why?
The
Why
CAT
would I?
scan-
Embarrassment?
I
Yeah.
think you're so crazy that
Yeah, the alcoholics calling me crazy.
Oh, he's got a point there. That's a disease, Earl.
Yeah, thank
he
you,
has
Rod.
a fucking social disease.
Earl, you're so fucking crazy that one thing happens, like something that doesn't actually affect the crazy fainting, and you assume, okay, the nasal.
Well, I was fainting, and I went to a doctor. They gave me
Why are
a
you
CAT
putting
scan.
doctor?
Go to a doctor, Earl.
Earl said earlier he doesn't go to the doctor.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah,
No, I was
liar.
told to go to a doctor because I'm fainting.
Good work,
That's
Evan.
what happens because I was afraid I might be on the street or on a subway and pass out in front of a moving car.
Oh man, if you fell in the third rail,
Oh,
just start
no.
licking it. Earl, I haven't seen you get this mad in a while.
No, I'm like, everyone's like, well, you're faking. I was like, no, that was the scariest moment. It was
Dude,
scary.
It's fine. You got caught in a lie. It happens to me all the time.
I'm not lying about something like that. Not at all.
You're all right, Earl.
I can't see in there anywhere. This fucking light here. No, it can't.
it's
this
inside
light.
the building.
It's created this reflection.
Yeah,
It's insane.
it's really nuts.
And the worst thing is I'm already used to it. I'm going to end up with one of those stuffy brains like Earl has.
No, that's not a thing,
Now,
Rod.
Chris, you're dragging him through the mud here, but can you at least admit that the sinuses, eustachian tube, this could be connected to the equilibrium? Would you admit that, Chris?
No, I don't. I don't admit that. The CAT scans, maybe he got them and he wasted money.
You know
I
what I
don't have
love
an
about
answer for the
this?
CAT scans.
We all sound like doctors and medical students trying to figure out. Like, what
This
was
is
the name?
House.
House?
Yes, House.
This is
Oh, look,
House.
we got the fucking glass walls we can write
yeah,
on.
perfect.
Earl, bring in lipstick tomorrow so we can write on these walls. So, Earl, I think that what happened to you is Dave was ball busting so bad that your blood pressure was up, your
Yeah.
anxiety was up, and you just started fainting anytime anyone asked you what you did for a living.
Because they do say that when your body learns to faint, you're in like crisis mode and your
Yeah.
body learns to faint, it learns it and goes, oh, great, I'll use this again. So fainting begets more fainting.
Well, it's interesting that you would say that because our nickname for them was the Fainting Goat. And go to the YouTube for Fainting Goat. They are so fucking funny. The Fainting Goat is the best animal ever. And a high school football team should be called the Fainting Goats.
when they're down by a couple points, they just fall over.
Yeah.
So if you startle them, they just
Yeah.
they just
they drop.
pass out. They're just like
And that was very much like Earl was in those days.
see? And to
There's a
them, they're
bunch
like,
of
there
them
was a loud
phoned in.
noise. And they just go out.
Was that what it was like for you, Earl, with your equilibrium?
It was one of the scariest moments of my life. Just that whole period was very scary. Where I was just like,
Do you remember this too? You would faint, Earl, and every time you woke up, your cock and balls would be on the outside of your pants. It was my little joke I used to play on.
Sometimes when times are hard, it's good to have that friend, you know?
Yeah.
During the scary parts of your life.
Alan in Pensacola. Alan.
Yeah, Ronnie, I'm a person on the phone listening to a radio show, and I think I've diagnosed Earl with a brain cloud.
Oh,
brain cloud.
Joe versus the volcano.
Would you
Good one
be
there.
willing to jump into a volcano?
no, I would not jump into a volcano. It's a little,
right,
it's
now-
a little hot.
I think I would.
Remember the other day when I said to Earl, my glasses are loose. Can you?
Yeah, with
And you said that you had like a little screwdriver somewhere. So I go down to Warby Parker because Earl couldn't find his little screwdriver. And look at my glasses now. They went from falling off. Now I could just fucking go like this. Anything I want.
Nice.
I could get shot like David Ortiz. My glasses wouldn't fall off. This fucking kid takes the glasses, put them in this heat thing, and tightens them up, puts them on your head, and molds them perfectly. And I go, my friend said he had a little screwdriver. And he goes like this, your friend is a fucking dickhead that would have cost you $257,000.
oh my God.
Well, you described it as having something loose, and it just needs a little tightening up.
He
That's
said
what I thought.
never think that you could do that with a screwdriver.
What the screw? What with the screws or with the actual?
What I just fucking said to you. He said immediately take them to the place that you purchased your glasses. He said that you would have ruined the glasses.
I wonder if I could show up with a cheap pair of glasses that I've got all blown out. Like, look,
I think you can. Because what they want is your email to put you on the thing.
Right.
I mean, it didn't cost them anything.
Yeah.
This guy was like a little craftsman. What they want to do is let you know, like some of the guys at Warby Parker, a lot of fun.
Okay, I'll open this.
Those look perfect, fitted to your face now.
Now,
It's
I
like-
want you to go to Earl's Twitter account. A lot of people sent me this, Earl. Apparently, you were going Twitter, not Instagram, Chris. Come on, man. Get in the past. All right, now. All right, go right here and just read Earl's part. Earl, up the top here.
The Sonicare app isn't working. You know it's not working, and you're doing 0 in all caps to address it, much less resolve it.
Now, explain what Sonicare is, Earl.
Yes, it's the dentist essentially. It's an app for your electric toothbrush, and it's not working because
It's not a dentist.
It's if you let me finish.
Let him
And it-
finish, Chris. He doesn't have the opportunity to finish.
Okay.
And with the app, it helps target areas that you need
The
to.
app doesn't go to dental school. I mean,
Are
it's
you
not
going to
the
let
dentist.
me finish, or are you going to keep
let him
interrupting?
It's
You're
not
interrupting.
Can you
bothering me.
understand what he's going through? The app wasn't working, and they were doing 0 to address it.
No, because
Much less resolve it.
So I contacted them, and I was on the phone with them for like an hour, and they knew it was they knew something was wrong.
Over
and they
your
would-
toothbrush?
Well, the app isn't working 'cause, again.
You brush your teeth with a phone app?
If you let me finish,
You don't let him finish.
He's
Go ahead,
in the
Earl.
middle of explaining it, Chris.
Yeah.
God.
Because
Well, it did
again-
seem like he had stopped.
Yeah,
Was
that's
the
why I
app-
thought I'd jump
What's
in.
the pause button?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go ahead, talk for me.
I'm not
So
the
you're
one
driving him nuts.
I'm
You're
not.
driving him
No.
nuts.
I'm not
This
the one
is the kind
harassing
of shit
people
that the
on
brain
Twitter.
cloud will start up.
Ron, no, Ron, you okay?
How long was I out?
Okay?
How long was I out?
Millisecond.
Oh, okay. Oh, who's president? Is it still Trump? Earl, I fainted so you didn't have to.
By the way, your glasses stayed right there.
Exactly, because of fucking Sonicare with a fucking screwdriver.
Oh, it's a glasses app.
Earl,
So
why
it's
do
a
you
dentist?
fight with them?
I just don't know what it is. It's a
It's
dentist?
a dentist that he uses. But why do you fight with him in public instead of saying,
No, because and then they wrote me back saying, well, we're looking into it, and it was like, it's going to take 3 days. And I'm just like,
so you lost your shit, huh?
Yeah, I'm of course I am, because, you can't let corporations get away with shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What did the Sonicare app do to you?
Because again, I have had problems with my teeth. I had to get work done, a lot of work with my gums. They were bleeding a lot.
Bleeding Gums Murphy.
Bleeding Gums Murphy. And my dentist recommended this, electric
The app
toothbrush.
recommended
4
an app
out
to
of
you.
5 fucking dentists want you to use an app.
And with the electric toothbrush, you
What
have
do you
to
do? Put your phone in your mouth?
You have to download the app. That's why
You could just call Jeffrey Gurian. I mean, he used to be a dentist.
He doesn't like when people bring that up.
Oh, he does? Oh.
Yeah, because a lot of people want a lot of free care.
Don't call Gurian then, Earl.
You and Gurian get along, don't you, Earl?
Yeah, we were cool. I mean,
See if you can get him back in the building. He's one of the people banned from the building.
Persona non grata.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened there, but if he's banned, he's banned.
You know
Well,
what
you
happened.
gotta-
I don't know what happened. I'm being honest.
Get him back in.
A lot of people have been banned from this building. What is it, Chris? 5?
4.
4? 4 minutes. It could be Sonicare. Did you ever get the Sonicare fixed, Earl?
No, it's still not fixed.
So you haven't brushed your teeth since?
No.
which is terrible.
I'll brush my teeth, of course, but
He brushed them with a sock because Sonicare didn't tell him what to do.
He's dentist, Sonicare. Now, where's
Fucking, you
Sonicare's
got a robot
office?
dentist, dude. That's scary.
Yeah, that's the name of the app, Chris.
But you called it your dentist. You said it's my dentist. The Sonicare app.
Well, the Sonicare app was recommended by my dentist.
Well,
That's
you
what I
could have said
meant
that
to
first,
say.
and not Sonicare.
That's what I
made
meant to
you-
say,
what-
but of course you keep interrupting me.
I'm just
have interrupted
I'm
quite a
explaining to
bit.
him what he said. He's really just
No, you're
confusing
putting
everyone.
words in my mouth, and you're talking
Motherfucker.
for me.
We're
So
gonna go
just
back.
keep
Earl, what
talking.
bothered you? That they knew it wasn't working and they were doing zero to address it, or much less to resolve it?
If they could have at least addressed it, is your point. They could have
What are you
said,
trying to
we're
get?
aware.
They're not
that-
even.
free?
They're not even.
Dental dam?
For a
Free
while,
dental dam?
they weren't
Did that
even
make you
acknowledging
fucking
that there
chill
was a
out?
problem.
Floss.
They weren't even acknowledging there was a problem, and then forget.
Hold
not-
on, I just thought of a fucking invention. Are you ready for this? Write it down. Toothpaste popsicle.
That
Nice
is
and cool.
disgusting.
Yeah,
I like
but
it.
clean.
I like
Damn, it's minty.
Yeah, really good.
Minty fucking toothpaste.
delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah, that could
Just get up in the morning, have a popsicle, and all
Okay,
your
yeah.
fucking problems.
Best
solved.
of both worlds.
Yeah. How's that sound, Earl?
that could be at Ron Burger.
I really want to get that Wahlburger thing going because they already got all the brothers. Earl,
Yes,
what do you think of that idea?
that's a good idea, Ronnie.
Tell Sonicare and see if they will address it and
Build
at
an app
least
for it.
resolve it.
By the way, the first initial thing that he said was like the worst customer service, right? That's how
Yeah,
it
that was
started.
that was very painful because it was
But
just
the interesting is you dragged UPS through the mud, and they had nothing to do with it.
because they're just as bad. Because they
Yeah, but you
they
got to
always-
focus, dude.
I know. When
You
I'm
can't,
pissed.
you know what I mean? You can't have fighting on the fucking two fronts.
I do like
That
that.
happened in Napoleon.
Earl's also attacking the New York City subway every day, and they're responding back to him and calling him by his name.
Yeah. What is it today, Earl?
Hello, Earl. Trains are moving through this area slowly. Our crews will be replacing the broken rail during the overnight tonight.
And then what was his response?
So the short answer
Shit,
is
fuck, fart.
Earl says to that. So the short answer is extensive delays the rest of the night, right?
And then the next one there, is that a different circumstance, or that's regarding the same thing?
I think he was so heated he had to fucking send it twice.
What's his usual plan?
And then he says, or are you going to go the usual plan of saying nothing until riders notice something is wrong?
Good, Earl. Good.
Yeah.
The same thing.
Earl on your side. Earl, you ought to fucking tweet back at fucking Sonicare right now. They haven't done anything.
They haven't done shit.
Yeah, they said they're going to send me an email
Did
or
you get
call
it?
me within 2 to 3. Well, no,
2 to 3 working days?
3 to 5 business days.
Your fucking front teeth will fall out by then.
Yeah. You're going to have gingivitis.
Yeah, it's disgusting. I've noticed it.
No, I said he's going to have it. He doesn't currently have it. But within a couple days' time, no brushing?
No.
Thanks to
Oh, I'm
Sonicare?
still brushing, but I'm just again the app
But you're
helps
on
you.
your own out there.
The app
You're in
helps you hit the
wilderness.
target area.
Without,
which-
without,
He's got to go manual?
without an app telling you, you're doing a good job. Oh. All right, Rob said you're the real MVP. I guess because everybody was voting against today.
I'll take that.
Liz
I'll take that
also
tweet.
says she loves you and she loves the show because of you.
Oh, that's
And then,
sweet.
that's nice stuff.
That is.
We have support out there.
Yeah.
And I think Earl does too.
Well, now the Sonicare people, they're tired of his shit.
Dude, he's he's pushing the corporations up against the wall.
Okay, put them in order. Sonicare, MTA, UPS. Who's best to worst?
Best would be, I would say Sonicare because it was very. What, compared to the MTA, it's horrible.
That you have to deal with and bitch about every fucking day.
I bitch every day about the MTA. It's horrible.
Earl, is there a large corporation that you actually like that you could give?
Not really. I mean, like I used to go to Starbucks a lot. Screw them because of what they did to the two guys in Philly.
Yeah.
I used to go to Target all the time. Screw them. The way they mocked out CBGBs when they opened up the East Village location.
What about Magnum condoms? Are you happy with them, Earl? Are they giving you the service that you so desperately need? All right, we got to wrap this one up, Christopher.
Yes, we do.
New interns are here.
They're great.
Good job, guys.
Thank you.
Matt and Evan seem to be fitting in nice. Gail, you got anything you need to plug before we get out of here today?
Just don't forget that you can always listen to Bennington on demand on the SiriusXM app. So you can search Bennington and you can listen to this anytime.
Yeah, I'm going to go back and listen to this show. I loved all the fighting today. All right, that's it, guys. Peace.